Recording in progress.
Hello. Thank you everyone who is joining live. Thank you everyone who is watching the replay. Make sure my mic is on. My name is Vanessa Mitzen. I am a personal trainer specializing in yoga and Pilates. I am also a Reiki master. I offer prenatal packages from conception to birth and beyond, just offering women a more holistic approach to pregnancy and motherhood, and just answering any questions and pretty much just being there on their journey, as I am on my own journey as well. I'm almost 20 weeks pregnant, so everything done tonight, of course, is pregnancy friendly, prenatal friendly. And without boring you with more information, we'll get started. So tonight is just going to be a nice gentle class. So I'll get you to start cross-legged. If you do have a bolster or a pillow, you can always put it behind and just place your tailbone on there. So you don't want all your glutes to go on that pillow. And what that's going to do is that's just going to ease up a lot of pressure. If it's too much to sit cross-legged, you can always bring your knees out in front. You can bend your knees, you can straighten them, whatever feels good for you. I know we're all at different stages of pregnancy, and I just want you to feel good during this session. So find what works for you. You can bring your hands to your knees, or you can place one on your chest and one on your stomach, which I do really encourage, as we're just going to focus on our breathing. You can gently shut your eyes. And I don't want you to change anything about your breathing here. I just want you to be mindful of your inhales and exhales. And if your hands are on your knees, I will ask you now to place one over your heart and one over your belly. We're just going to do a little connection with our baby or babies. Some of us might be carrying more than one. And just repeating after me. You can repeat this in your head, you can repeat it out loud. I trust my body. I trust my baby. I trust my body. I trust my baby. One more time. I trust my body. I trust my baby. And just staying here in this connection, and just knowing that our bodies, the body of a woman, is capable of so many great things, especially during pregnancy and labor and childbirth. There's definitely a place and a time for Western medicine, and it is nice to have. But our ancestors have been birthing with their intuition and the guidance of their friends and families. And whether or not you're doing a hospital birth or a home birth, however you choose to birth is amazing, and I support that. But just know, whether you are in a hospital room during your labor and delivery, or if you're at home or in a birthing center, just always repeat to yourself, I trust my body. I trust my baby. And just connecting here for another moment. And just gently opening your eyes, bringing your attention back to your body and back to your space. I'm just going to remove this pillow. All right, I'm just going to get you to bring your feet and your legs nice and wide here. And if you do still need that pillow for under your tailbone, please keep it there. Like I said, I want you to feel comfortable from start to finish tonight. If there's any discomfort, ease back, take a moment. Please do not push yourself. Tonight is about connection. It's not about getting a vigorous workout in or getting your heart rate up. It's about connecting with your body and your baby. So we're going to do a nice big inhale. And we're going to turn over that right leg. And as you exhale, bring your hands down. If your hands are up here, that is okay. If you can reach to your toes, that's great too. Every woman's body is different. Our flexibility is all different, our range of motion, our pregnancies. So it's all about embracing what we are capable of in the moment. If you do feel comfortable and like you want to challenge yourself, you're going to take that left hand and you're just going to open up. Bring it up and over. If that's too much, stay right here. Always listening, pushing. If you feel like you and your baby are okay with that, maybe you try it for a second or two, and then you come right back. We're going to bring it right back into the middle. I want you to envision your spine nice and straight here. There's that string pulling the top of your head. Lengthen up. Again, inhale, reaching through those fingertips, turning over to the left. Exhale as you reach those hands down. If you're up here, that's great. I know that it's the nice thing about doing online is you don't get to see everybody else. I do live yoga classes here in town, and I always say, this is never a competition with your neighbor. It's a competition between you and yourself, a friendly competition. Still using your breath here. You can bring that breath into your hamstrings, into the glutes on that side. Again, if you want to open up, you can open up here. You're going to open up that side body. This one is nice if you have any lower back or sciatica pain. You also don't want to push it. Tonight is just a grounding exercise. So by grounding, I mean we're not going to be getting up. We're not going to be standing on our feet. And coming back into the middle. All right, we're going to go into our bound angle pose, butterfly. Bring the soles of the feet together. The more you bring those feet in towards your body, the more you're going to feel that stretch. Now, if you have blocks, if you don't have blocks, that's fine. You can find some books or something that are the same size, maybe 2 pillows. But if you do want to put blocks under your knees, that's going to help support some of that weight. My knees do not go down to the ground right now. I've been trying to maintain consistency with my practice with pregnancy, but this one has definitely been probably my most challenging. This is my my 5th pregnancy. My first 4 were all very much alike. This is the one that is really, really testing me. So you do what you can, you embrace it, and you just keep that connection between your body and your personal goals, which for me is to just move a little bit every day. Just remember to drop those shoulders. You don't want to be hunched up here. Women tend to carry their stress in their shoulders, so just let it go. Let any stress go. Exhale through your mouth if need be. Nice cleansing breaths here. And holding for another 2 breaths. Gently release the soles of those feet. And find yourself in tabletop position. So you're going to come onto all fours. I'm just going to take this sweater off so it doesn't interfere with my microphone. So you want your shoulders to be over your wrists and your hips over your knees. Once you find that nice support and that stability within your mat, we're going to do a few rounds of cat-cow. So you're going to inhale. You're going to bring that chest up. And then as you exhale, you're pushing through the palms of those hands. You're arching the spine, rounding the spine, and gently tuck that chin. Inhale up. I'm going to let you go with the flow of your own breath here for a couple rounds. Just going to turn to face you. You keep going with these cat-cows. Really using your breath here to guide you into the movement. And coming back to neutral table, we are going to work on our right side first. So you're going to bring that right leg forward. That foot is flat. I'm actually going to turn to the side just to show you here. So a few different options here. You want to make sure that you're sturdy. If you have blocks, you can have blocks right here. Okay. Ideally, you want that knee over your ankle. So if you find yourself back here, just move that foot more in towards your body until you can get that knee over the ankle. Blocks are going to be a great support here. If you don't need blocks, you can have your arm there, have one hand on your hip. If that feels good, you can inhale, bring those hands up and reach. You can't quite see, but we're just reaching towards the sky here. And again, if there's any back pain or sciatic issues, those blocks, they might be your best friend. There is no shame in taking props in a yoga class or taking modifications in any class. See if you can get a little bit further. So just that slight movement of getting in a little bit more into that pose. You can even bring your foot out a little bit, and that's going to create a bit more space to work with. And you can maybe get that back leg down a little more. So see, before we were kind of up here. If your body allows, just really sink those hips down. You're going to open up those hip flexors, open up that groin. And again, with your blocks, there's a few different options. You can have them down, you can have them up, you can have them on the tall setting. And slowly coming back, we're just going to bring those knees back together here. And this time we're going to work on the left side. So bring that left foot forward. You can be here. You can be here. You can be here. There's so many great options in yoga, especially with prenatal yoga, because there's always modifications. I'm going to take my blocks and I'm just going to create a little bit more space here so that I can sink my hips down and get into those flexors and into that groin. This feels good for me. There's no pain. There's that little bit of that feeling of a stretch. It's tension, it's not compression, and it's not pain. And I just feel comfortable doing it. So listen to your body. If it doesn't feel comfortable, ease back up. A little trick here. Some of you mamas might have a bit of a bigger belly. If you bring that knee out to the side and then come down and then bring your knee back in, you're going to accommodate space, opposed to just having your belly sit over there and going right in. You're going to squish a little bit. So just bring that knee out. It's going to let your belly drop. And that's just going to give you a little bit more room to work with without squishing your beautiful belly. Here for one more breath. And bring it back. All right, we're going to go into a child's pose. I want you to touch your big toes together. You have a pillow here or a bolster. I'm going to show you from the side. You want to bring your knees out. If you're familiar with yoga, you wouldn't bring your knees out as far, but we have a belly to accommodate. So bring that pillow or a bolster in. And what we're going to do is we're just going to lay. We're going to allow our belly to rest on that bolster. So I've pulled that bolster or that pillow in. If you need it out a little bit more, that's going to give you a little bit more room for your belly. So please, again, choose what works best for you. If you feel comfortable turning your head the other way, that's fine. I will get you to switch halfway. And just switch your head to the other side. Make sure that we keep those neck muscles nice and even. And slowly bringing our body weight back up. We had our nice little recovery in child's pose. And we're going back in to our tabletop. So what we're going to do from tabletop, you're going to bring yourself up onto your knees. We're going to bring that right foot out. So right foot comes out. I'm just going to pop that over so you can see my foot a little better. Right foot comes out. Left hand comes down. We're going to go into our modified side plank. So if this feels good right here, You can stay here. If you can bring your hand up, you can. Again, we're cutting out there. And if there's any issues with that wrist, you can either use a fist instead of a hand, or you can just use that block. That block brings the floor closer to you. We're just going to hold here for a few breaths. And this is just nice. It helps a little bit of that core stability. It's going to help your pelvic floor. And it's just going to open up the side. I know we get a lot of pains around ligament pains, pelvic pains, sciatic pains. And just these gentle movements are so nice to incorporate. If not daily, a few times a week. It's better than nothing. Now, if you really want to challenge yourself, you're just going to lift that foot. You're going to bring it up. If that's too much, tap the foot back down. But if you do have that little bit of core strength left, holding for another 3, 2, 1, tap that foot down, bring yourself back up onto our knees. And we're going to do that on the opposite side. So left foot comes out, your toes are facing forward. So the side of your foot should be parallel with your mat. Again, start with your hand on your hip if you'd like. Then once that feels good, you're going to open it up. This feels so good in that lower back area. It's not like a super intense stretch, but it just kind of gets everything loose there. And again, if you feel like you want to challenge yourself a little bit, you're going to lift up. This is going to challenge your core. It's going to strengthen your pelvic floor. 3, 2, 1. Bring it back down. Bring your hand down. Make sure you're nice and stable here. All right, we're going to go back into a seated position. All right. And again, if you need to have that pillow underneath your hips, we're just here for a moment. We're just going to focus on our breath again, even though we're doing a fairly, simple practice tonight. Even for myself, who's been practicing yoga for many, many years, over 20 years to be exact, sometimes during pregnancy, you do get a little bit winded. There's things that are getting squished in there now, and it's, your organs are rearranging. So be easy on yourself. Just allow your breath to come back to a nice cadence. Allow your breath to regulate your heartbeat. All right, I think we're feeling good here. Now, for Shavasana, normally you're lying on your back. Whether you're in first, second, or third trimester, I know past the first trimester, you're not supposed to lie on your back, but even in the first trimester, and sometimes even when I'm not pregnant, I take a side lying Shavasana because it just feels so good. So we're going to lie on the left side of our body. I'm mirroring you, so I know it looks like my right, but we're going to lie on the left side. Now, if you have a pillow, you can put a pillow down. If you have 2 pillows, you can put a pillow between your legs. I'm just going to be laying and showing you another option in case you don't have a pillow. So I like to rest my head right in my upper arm there. And then you're going to keep your knees bent. If you do have a pillow, you can always put it between your legs. Put a block there. Not only is this comfortable, for me at least, but it also just helps with that alignment of the pelvic floor. So I'm going to get you to shut your eyes here and just take some nice, big, deep cleansing breaths. And just really feeling that connection with your body and feeling not only the connection between you and your body or you and your baby, but the connection with your body to your mat and the earth below. So you're supported by your mat and by the earth below. Mother Earth is always supporting us in beautiful ways. And I just want you to think back to the beginning of the class when we just sat in silence, trusting our body and trusting our baby. You can use that right hand here and just place it over your stomach. You can feel your baby, find out where your baby is. Like I said, everyone's at a different stage. So some of us might be feeling in our lower bellies. Some of us might be a little higher. And just bringing your breath, with each breath that you bring into your body, bring that nourishing breath to your baby. I want you to think about something great that happened to you today, something that you're grateful for, something that put a smile on your face, and just think about that moment. Our babies can sense what we feel. So the more happiness that we feel, the more gratitude that we have for our daily lives, our babies can feel that and pick up on our energy. How cool is that? I trust my body. I trust my baby. I trust my body. I trust my baby. I'm going to leave you ladies right here in your side lying Shavasana for as long as you'd like. I will be sending out a follow-up email tomorrow. Please feel free to reach out if you have any questions. And please just enjoy this moment. Take as long as you'd like to just stay here connected with your baby and your body. I thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to seeing you again.